Welcome back, Truth Seeker. New information out about the New Zealand Christchurch Mosque shooting. They've put out the three-part name of the shooter, Brenton Harris Tarrant, and I want you to see what's so interesting about this name in light of what we've been discussing since September of 2018, and that is the potential terrorist attack on a mosque in Jerusalem. And we've been talking about that because of the riddles encoded in the news stories. So, the name Brenton Harris Tarrant has a gematria value of 134. As we've talked about for many years, that's a number of destruction and death and killing. And it's also a number that connects to the name Tisha B'Av, which is to remember the destruction of the two temples, which this year will fall on August 11th. And the English name for Tisha B'Av is 9th of Av, which also sums to 134. Also, just for the record, 9th of Av has gematria of 109. Beware the Ides of March. This latest shooting in Christchurch was on the Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March, 109. This is the worst shooting massacre in New Zealand since the Aramona massacre, also 109, and shooting is 109. With regards to his name, Brenton, there's something else that stands out there. The manifesto that he wrote is called The Great Replacement. And notice the Great Replacement's 101. Ides of March is 101. His first name, Brenton, is 101. The word assassin's 101. And the address of the mosque that he televised the attack on, their address is 101 Deans Avenue. And notice the final part of that address, 8011, which isn't too far off from 811 August 11th. Also, strangely enough, the day that this news broke, earlier in that day, I put out information about a novel published in 1991 on October 1st, 101, about a horror story of a killing at Columbine High School, which ended up being the place of a shooting April 20th, 1999. And the reason I put out that video is because I was covering how the mass shooting the day prior in Brazil was on the anniversary of the Dunblane massacre. And they said that the people who were inspired to do that Brazil school shooting, they were inspired by the Columbine attackers, which were two young men. Also, 101, just for another reminder, in recent history, there was a major terrorist attack on October 1st. Remember, the shooter was shooting from a casino, 101. And in that case, it was the Mandalay Bay Casino, 101. And by understanding this knowledge, I had told people all year to circle that weekend, and we very well would see the biggest false flag in the United States since September 11th, 2001, which is exactly what it was. The most people killed since 9/11, October 1st. Called out that date in advance, just like I called out March 15th, 2019 in advance. And how did we call out March 15th in advance? Based on what was riddled in the stories with the bomb scares in the US in October. Stories that were connected to Donald Trump. Just like how they've now connected this mass shooting through the manifesto to a man inspired by Donald Trump. And understand, Donald Trump's nothing but a New World Order puppet. This is New World Order agenda. They're just coding their themes. They know that Donald Trump's this divisive character. They want to divide the people of the world. That's the whole purpose of these agendas. With regards to the word manifesto, there's a lot in that word. They said that the manifesto was 74 pages at first. Everyone published that as we covered. They've now increased it to 87 pages. And why 87? Notice the word Muslim with the alphabetic order is 87. Notice also the 39 in Muslim. It's a manifesto about, why he wanted to attack these Muslim places of worship. Manifesto's 39. Notice the 51 in manifesto, conspiracy. It's absolutely what this is. Manifesto, other things that stand out, 141. When you write out 33 as a word, it sums to 141. Number of masonry, 33. Secrecy 33, Order 33, as we talked about. This attack was 33 weeks after the Prime Minister's birthday. Notice Manifesto also 102. Where were the police? How does this guy calmly walk down the street killing people, going back and forth? No police response. No sirens, no deterrent. Again, the police, controlled by Masonry worldwide, just like governments, involved in all these rituals. They say the attacker was 28 years old. Mason's 28, kills 28. All these numbers reported for a reason. So, few other standout things include that from the date of the attack to the date we're looking out for, August 11th, is 149 days later. That's a number connected to Skull and Bones. If you've ever seen the film Enemy of the State, exactly at the 1 hour and 49 minute mark, they go to this watch, this shot of 322. This is at 1 hour and 49 minutes into the film. And what is 322? It's the number that Skull and Bones identifies by from Genesis 322, which is in tribute to Kabbalah's Tree of Life, which is where this code of letters and numbers comes from. And also, one of the main characters in this film, if you've never seen it, the guy who works for the NSA that's ordering people to be killed for this government agenda, his name's Thomas Bryan Reynolds, which equals 281, the 60th prime. Skull and Order equals 60. 281 is an important number with Skull and Bones throughout history. George H.W. Bush just died in Houston, the 281 area code. Prescott Bush, his father, died on October 8th, the 281st day of the year. And the man who co-founded Yale Skull and Bones, William Huntington Russell, who also has the trust for modern day Skull and Bones, he died on his 281st day of his age. So, if you've never seen the film Enemy of the State, you should check it out. Notice the birthday, the date of birth for this man, September 11th. September 11th. And this was a film about, building a surveillance state, a police state, which is exactly what's been going on, even before September 11th, but the agenda's been heightened. 9/11, the police state, the military state, it's been increased worldwide. The surveillance state, the division, the hatred, the targeting of Muslims, all of this stuff is interconnected. Also, when you flip the alphabetic order around, Skull and Bones is 202. And if you guys want to go back and watch my work on why we began looking at August 11th, it was because of the stories circulating at the time of September 11th about the birth of the red heifer and how it signaled the coming cataclysm in the third temple. Red heifer is 202. Last year, Tisha B'Av fell on July 21st, the 202nd day of the year. Media headlines were quoting all these different phrases. The end is near, born in Israel in 2,000 years fulfills prophecy. All these different things the media was coding at the time summed to 202. You see? And anyhow, ever since we started looking at August 11, 2019, a lot of curious things have crossed our plate. And again, this is the latest thing, especially in light of the mosque being in these areas with the 8011 identification number. So, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Until next time.